getting debilitating headaches, ER visits, doctor's visits, no clear answers. I'm also going to try not to cry. He managed to come see the performance, enduring through the pain. Then 2 weeks later, an MRI finally revealed a mass in his sinus cavity. A biopsy was performed the next day, and here I'm going to quote one of my favorite songs of all time, Everybody's Free to Wear Sunscreen by Baz Luhrmann. If you've never heard it, you must. Don't worry about the future or worry, but know that worrying is as effective as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubblegum. The real troubles in your life are apt to be things that never crossed your worried mind, the kind that blindside you at 4 p.m. on some idle Tuesday. And wouldn't you know it, as I sat in a family waiting room at the hospital by myself praying hard, the surgeon came in a little after 4 p.m. on May 9th, a Tuesday. He delivered the worst news I could ever imagine, nasopharyngeal carcinoma, a very rare form of cancer. Blindsided, our lives forever changed in an instant. I remember not being able to use my legs to get up and walk out of the room. The rest feels like a blur. Survival rates, recurrence rates, skull bone, encroaching the brain, lymph nodes, aggressive chemo, radiation, and the worst, stage 4. Over the course of the next 8 months, Mike endured rounds of inpatient chemo, which meant us living in the hospital for multiple stretches away from our kids, followed by 2 months of 5-day-a-week radiation treatments along with more chemo. They would have to bring him to near death to save his life. The side effects were brutal, life-threatening, complications including sepsis, pneumonia, and a perforated esophagus, a feeding tube for 5 months. And as you can see from the pictures, despite his misery, he tried hard to never lose that infectious smile. During this time, both Harry and Zoe were rehearsing for Little Mermaid. Thank God for YPAC. It brought them joy, happiness, a much-needed break from Cancerland. I've said many times how strange it is that while in the depths of despair, we can also feel so overwhelmed with gratitude. But it's because of the people in our lives, our community, family, friends, neighbors, teachers, and even the kindness of strangers that sustained us through this nightmare. We have a village that we never knew we had. We learned to accept all the love and support with an open heart, allowing it to fill our souls. It gave us the energy to stay as positive as possible in the face of the unknown and overshadow the fear and terror. To hope that the outcome of this will make our children stronger and help them grow into amazing, caring, and empathetic adults. I talk to them frequently about the amazing things that people have done for us. We don't ever want them to lose these powerful feelings of gratitude, so it will come naturally to them to give back and instill these same feelings in others. So thank you for honoring our family and for planting those seeds of gratitude even deeper. Thank you, Brian and Emily, for following your dream and vision, for taking a chance on expanding to Plainfield. I'm happy to say that our lives look a little bit different today. Mike has completed treatments. We are nearing the end of the aftermath of those treatments, although some will linger lifelong, never allowing us to forget. But Mike continues to amaze us in his strength and perseverance. He became our Superman and was nicknamed Dynamite. Sure. Instead of being able to shout with joy from the rooftops, I get to shout with joy from this stage, although the doctors can't use the term cured until he reaches the 2-year mark. As of last week, he has been deemed disease-free. This is nothing short of a miracle, one that I have no doubt Mike's father and my father, both in heaven, helped to make happen. We are ready to live our lives renewed with an adventurous spirit, arms wide open to all life has to offer, ready to come from a place of yes, because tomorrow is never promised. A hashtag I use frequently is Be Someone's Village. Thank you all for now being a part of our village, because no one fights alone. As I wrap up, one of the ways we got through this ordeal was music. I'm sure at first our nurses, who we are now grateful to call our friends, thought I was crazy. Every time the chemo bag was hung, I played a song from Rocky to Eye of the Tiger to Pat Benatar's Hit Me With Your Best Shot to our wedding song, You're in My Heart by Rod Stewart. And at the end of our stays, we'd play a fun departure song that would have our nurses dancing in the halls. Once the kids even choreographed a dance to Michael Jackson's Beat It to kick off a week-long chemo treatment. Cancer may have brought us to our knees many times, but it would never be the thief of our joy. So I thought long and hard about what our final songs would be for what we called our homecoming, coming back to our house after living in a hotel to finish radiation treatment. I had a surprise gathering for Mike outside. So many people showed up. Friends made a finish line for him to cross on our driveway while Rachel Platt and Stand By You played. But I think the song that spoke to us the most was the last and final song for what I am confident was his very last treatment he will ever receive for this ugly disease. It's called Rise Up by Andra Day. I'll rise like the day, I'll rise unafraid, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up high like the waves, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I will do it 1,000 times again. All we need is hope, and for that, we have each other. Michael, thank you for rising up for us in the fight for your life. It's the song that Harry and Zoe have chosen to sing for you.